Hey, how's it going? This is my Python project. I wanted to do something with data analysis and ended up deciding that I wanted to see the total amount of snowfall for a given area that could just be provided by the user. And the way I decided to do that was actually by utilizing a couple of different APIs to, first of all, get the data and then to show the data in a way that I thought would be relevant. So the way it works is I'm using three APIs. The first one is this in this weather class, and this is using a API called Open Meteo, and they have historical weather data that you can pull. And we can see that here. So given a latitude and longitude, a start date and an end date, it will go ahead and pull data, the total's daily snowfall sum, and then return that. And then we also have this class here to process that weather data. And what this lets us do is pass it latitude and longitude and a start date and end date like we see here. And then it will return a data set that we can then parse through and use. In addition to that, we are also using this GeoNames API right here. And the way this one works is we pass in, once again, the latitude and longitude, and it will return nearby cities. And it's pretty cool the way it works. You can actually filter by population density. So you can filter by, I believe it's a population of at least 5,000, at least 1,000, and at least 500. And I just chose 1,000 because I feel like it made the most sense, just because maybe you want to get data for a little bit of smaller towns, but I felt like 5,000 was a little too small for my needs. And then it will return just the 10 areas that are the closest. And then finally, we have the API that will actually give us a map, and this is called Folium right here. And so this will output a map for a given area, and it's pretty cool. It has a bunch of different features, and one of the features is heat maps. And so that's how I decided to display this data, is through heat maps. So it will once again take a whole set of data and then use it to apply to the map so that it can be visually accessible very easily. So I'll go ahead and give you a quick walkthrough of how it works. It's going to let you know that the program is going to generate a map with a heat map showing the average snowfall for a given area, along with nearby areas over a given date range. We're going to initialize the map generator. We're going to ask what location the user would like to see, a start date and an end date for that date range, and then we're going to start kicking. So we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to choose just Rexburg, Idaho, and we're going to choose from 2020 0101 to, let's do 2024 0101, just to keep it simple. And it'll show you all the locations that have been found nearby. So there's everything near it. And then this is the map right here. And so you can see that most snowfall is concentrated right here, right above Rexburg. And if we zoom in, they get a little bit finer. So this is going to be the heaviest density of snowfall, and then with less in these areas. And that's essentially it. It's pretty cool, and you can do it for whatever area you like. So I'll go ahead and just do my hometown of Georgetown, Kentucky, and then we'll just do the same date range just to keep it, once again, simple. It'll find all these places near where I live, and then it will pass those into the weather API and get the data so we can apply to the map. So you can see right here where I'm from in Georgetown, we get a good bit of snowfall, but not quite as much as areas just east of Lexington or up here in Cynthiana. They get a little bit more. And yeah, that's about it. It's pretty simple once everything got ironed out. What's happening with the data there is we are giving just a name of an area, which is getting passed to this map generator .get location, which is going to return a latitude and longitude to begin with, and then that latitude and longitude can be passed to the nearby cities from the nearby API that is using geonames to return the 10 closest cities within that area. And then each one of those cities is going to get passed through to the weather data fetcher that uses that OpenMedio API. And then it's going to parse through that. It's going to sum up the total snowfall sum for each of those areas. And then all that data is going to get passed into the map API so that the heat maps can be added and the data can be seen. And that's about it.